organization with which you are affiliated. I would like now to turn the meeting over to our chair, Kimberly Holmes, to bring the meeting to order.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone. In accordance with the Good afternoon. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, notice of this meeting has been sent to the Bergen Record and to the Trentonian at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and a meeting notice has been posted on the Secretary of State's bulletin board at the Department of State. James, could you please conduct the roll call?
Yes, roll call will be done by calling out each department. When you hear the department you represent, please slowly and clearly say your first and last name. Department of Community Affairs.
Kimberly Holmes.
Department of Labor.
Julie Diaz.
Department of Treasury.
Aaron Binder.
New Jersey Economic Development Authority. The New Jersey Redevelopment Authority.
Darrell Godfrey.
Public members, as stated previously, Mr. Gruccio will not be joining us today. Carmen Mendiola.
Present.
William Johnson. Present. No, present. Douglas
I
Schneider.
heard him.
Doug Schneider, present.
James, just so you know, I heard William Johnson say present.
Okay. Ms. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Before you are the minutes from the June 14th, 2023 UEZA board meeting for review and approval, I kindly ask that the board members state their name for the record when making a motion or a second. Do I have a motion for the approval of the June 14th UEZA board meeting minutes, and do I have a second?
Darrell Godfrey, motion.
Thank you, Darrell. Do I
Doug
have a second?
Doug Schneider, second.
Thank you, Doug. It's been properly moved and second for the approval of the June 14th, 2023 UEZA board meeting minutes. James, could you please conduct a roll call?
Yes. Kim Holmes.
Yes.
Aaron Binder.
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey.
Yes.
Julie Diaz.
Yes.
Business.
Ty Cooper.
The city will hire 6 employees.
Carmen Mendiola.
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
William Johnson.
Take place.
Didn't hear Mr. Johnson, but
Yes, Mr. Johnson.
yes. Okay.
Here.
The minutes are approved.
Thank you. We're going to move forward with the agenda. So we have the executive director's report to the board and 11 items that fall under new business. Executive Director Slaughter, you have the floor.
Thank you, Ms. Chair. The UEZ has received many requests from our UEZ partners to move forward with their RFPs to develop 5-year plans. In discussions with legal, if the RFP has been developed already and is not seeking project funds money, is certainly that UEZ community can move forward and submit their application out for an RFP. If they are seeking funding in terms, then they will, and looking for UEZ money to underwrite, then they are subject to board approval and will be treated just like a project application. You know, as a reminder, UEZ communities can receive up to 10% of the municipality's zone assistance fund allocation for the preliminary zone development plan, or 125,000, whichever is greater. So we're working closely with the UEZ communities as they take the steps to either start the RFP process or start a project proposal process to receive the underwriting funds to carry out the 5-year plan. We're also engaged in putting together a new marketing plan with our partners, our UEZ communities. One of the items that came out of the meeting with the coordinators was that it felt that we needed to increase our marketing efforts and reach out to other communities, and to also expand in terms of success story of various UEZ businesses that have been operating in the zone and have been successful. So we're in the process of starting that those steps and working to design a new marketing piece and a new presentation packet. We've also have been picking up in the receipt of project applications from our various UEZ communities. So we are trying to set up a system so that we can process the applications as quickly as possible. Probably you as the board will start to see monthly applications from 11 to 15 on the high end as far as applications being considered for approval. The UEZ guide has been a hit, and a lot of the communities are using that to help them resolve some of their application problems and to be able to comply both in the finance end and compliance end. And we may have said this earlier, but I just wanted to really reiterate that we have processed over 103 projects totaling $125 million. So we are encouraging our UEZ communities to continue to design programs that will create jobs and will bring their application before you. And this is a snapshot of our activities during June and July of this year. Thank you, Ms. Chair.
Thank you, James. We have 7 action items on our agenda, and our first new item is the approval
Oh,
of the
I'm sorry,
Bayonne
Madam
UEZ
Chair. My mistake. I need to go to the project proposals to make sure that our coordinators are here. So we will
Go
now
ahead, James.
review. We will now review our project proposals for consideration by the Board of Commissioners. To have adequate consideration for each resolution, a UEZ roll call is enacted. Please state your name to confirm your attendance. If there is no representation, your application will be tabled until the next meeting. Bayonne. You need to turn your mic on.
Hi, Jacqueline Farber, present.
North Wildwood.
Steve Boyd, present.
Orange.
Chris Mobley, present.
Union City.
David Spatz, present.
Vineland.
Sandy Portasiski, present.
Wildwood.
Steve Boyd, present.
Ms. Chair, all of the UEZ coordinators who are scheduled to participate are present.
Thank you. And there are people waiting in the lobby, so you might want to bring them in. So we have 7 action items on our agenda. And our first new item is the approval of the Bayonne UEZ beautification for Broadway in the amount of $448,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Do we have a representative? I'm sorry, are there any recusals or abstentions?
No.
We have a representative from Bayonne present. You want to walk us through it, Jacqueline?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Bayonne is requesting $448,000 for Bayonne UEZ Broadway beautification program. This project will make Bayonne UEZ area on Broadway and Avenue C more presentable for pedestrians and businesses. The city will hire 6 laborers dedicated to maintaining the commercial corridor off the 4A extension from the turnpike. Cleaning will take place from 54th Street all the way through down Broadway down to 5th Street and Avenue C, a total distance of 2.9 miles. Equipment to be purchased, assessing, cleaning, maintaining includes a vehicle, a mobile office so they have their daily tasks, and small tools to complete this. One being the Glutton, which I highly recommend for many cities to purchase. Their daily task will be taking out trash, cleaning our sidewalks, and making sure that everything is presentable on a daily basis. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Bayonne and a second?
Motion, Julie Diaz.
Carmen. Okay, so I heard for a second, I heard motion from Julie Diaz. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for question. Do we have any questions or comments? Hearing none, I ask James to please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you very
thank you,
much.
Jacqueline.
Thank you.
Next, you're welcome. Next on our agenda is the approval of the North Wildwood UEZ security camera upgrade in the amount of $54,562. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Steve, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, sure. So this is a small project proposal by North Wildwood for $54,562 for the acquisition of security cameras in their UEZ entertainment districts. This is basically the second part of an application that got approved last year to finish off the security camera project, cover the funding because of the constraints in the legislation on the expenditure for public safety. North Wildwood's, all the Wildwood's economies, but North Wildwood's economy relies mostly on tourism and, keeping the entertainment district and the boardwalk safe and secure is what allows businesses to thrive, what attracts new businesses and new jobs to those districts. So while not an exciting project, is a vital one because this project is specifically for the acquisition of 8 more cameras and the attendance software and controls. If the board has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you, Steve. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for North Wildwood and a second?
I'm motioning Carmen.
Thank you, Carmen. May I
second.
have a second?
Doug Schneider, second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for question or comment. Do we have any questions or comments? Hearing none, I ask James to please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Orange UEZ Litter Collection Services Project for 2023 in the amount of $208,039.39. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Chris, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. So it's the Orange UEZ Litter Collection Services Project for $204,208.39. This project will focus on our business corridors, which includes Main Street, Scotland Road, and Central Avenue. We currently have about 24 redevelopment projects that have been approved or are in the planning board approval process. Those projects will result in $2,497 market rate in affordable units. This project, we believe, would certainly benefit the downtown with the new folks coming into town and the businesses as well. What we propose to do is to hire 6 six UEZ personnel who will make up the clean team, and they will sweep the sidewalks, the streets, the curbs, power wash the sidewalks and other areas, cutting the grass, weeding, trimming, and basically keeping the downtown clean. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. May I have a motion and a second for the program proposal for Orange?
Motion, Darrell Godfrey.
Second, Ty Cooper.
Thank you. Thank you, Ty. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for discussion or comments. Do we have any? Hearing none, James, would you please conduct the roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Union City UEZ Bergen Line Avenue Streetscape Improvements Phase 2 in the amount of $1,702,712. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? David, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, good afternoon. The City of Union City UEZ, we are requesting $1,702,712 to provide streetscape improvements to Bergen Line Avenue. This is phase 2 of our project. We used last year's funds to make improvements to Bergen Line Avenue between 43rd and 49th Street. And this is phase 2 to do from 37th to 43rd. That'll be much of the northern portion of Bergen Line Avenue. The streetscape improvements will include repaving, sidewalk and crosswalk treatments, handicapped accessibility, new catch basins, landscaping, lighting, and benches. It's been our experience, and I'm certainly throughout the state, streetscape improvements in a business district, proven method to make UEZ businesses considered more attractive to consumers, as well as providing public safety improvements to pedestrian foot traffic. And we've been successful so far with this type of a project. It's been very helpful. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you, David. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Union City and a second?
Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you, Carmen. May I have a second?
Second, Darrell Godfrey.
Thank you, Darrell. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for questions or comments. Do we have any?
I just want to say, David, I travel through Union City, and I think you guys are doing a great job. Your streets look wonderful, the sidewalks look good, and I wish you luck with the project and the funds that you're going to receive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carmen. Do we have any more comments or questions? Hearing none, James, please conduct the roll call vote.
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much, David. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Vineland UEZ Administrative Budget for fiscal year 24 from July 1, 23 to 6/30/24 in the amount of $365,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Sandra, you want to walk us through it?
Sure, thank you. So Vineland is requesting $365,000. The majority of the funding will be used to pay a portion of salaries and benefits. And we have a joint enterprise zone corporation with Millville. So we pay for the the UEZ certification coordinator and their insurance and liability for the corporation. The staff salaries that I'm requesting, we have an employee, we do our loan portfolio is done 100% in-house. We service it, we do all the accounting, we implement all our own projects in-house.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this proposal for Vineland and a second?
I'll move it,
Motion,
Carmen.
Dutch Snyder.
Sorry,
Mandiola.
I was talking, but I was on mute. I'm sorry. So if somebody already made the motion, I'll do the second, Chairwoman, whatever you need.
You can
Okay,
take
so
it,
I
Ty,
had
it doesn't
Car-
matter.
I had Carmen move it. I have Ty second. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for questions or comments. Do we have any? Hearing none, James, could you please conduct the roll call vote?
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper. You have your mic, you have your mute on.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you, Sandra. Next on our agenda, there are two projects from Wildwood. The first one is for the approval of the Wildwood UEZ acquisition of trash receptacles and benches in the amount of $248,802. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Steve, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, sure. This project is for a request for $248,802 to fund the acquisition of 173 new trash receptacles, 37 benches, and 3 picnic tables that are going to be placed in the UEZ corridors throughout the city of Wildwood. Wildwood has a rather extensive UEZ map, so this project will cover most of those amenities for the Wildwood UEZ, including New Jersey Avenue, Pacific Avenue, Atlantic Avenue, Ocean Avenue, and Rio Grande Avenues. Just about everywhere in Wildwood except the boardwalk. These are the main business districts in Wildwood, and mostly for the island. They're the areas that have hotels, dining establishments, retail stores, and the UEZ businesses that are located there. And their customers have come to rely on these sort of amenities, in order to attract and create an inviting atmosphere that attracts more customers and more tourists to the area, thereby helping the businesses succeed, grow, and create more jobs. Over the last decade, the benches and the trash cans have become worn down, degraded to the point where they need to be replaced. So that is the request from the city of Wildwood today. Questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Steve. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Wildwood in a second?
Motion, Daryl Godfrey.
Thank you, Daryl. May I have a second?
Second, Ty Cooper.
Thank you, Ty. It's been properly moved in second. It's open for questions. Do we have any questions or comments? Hearing none, James, could you please conduct the roll call vote?
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
and William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. The second project proposal from Wildwood is for the approval of the UEZ Maple Avenue UEZ Corridor Street End Improvement in the amount of $458,250. Before we begin, are there any abstentions or recusals? Steve, you want to walk us through it?
Absolutely. So this project from the city of Wildwood is for $458,250 in zone assistance funds. This fund infrastructure and access improvements to the UEZ district corridors that intersect at Maple Avenue and the boardwalk. The vision for Maple Avenue includes pedestrian access under the boardwalk to a handicap access that will lead up to the boardwalk, as well as a ramp on. So that ramp is on the seaward side, the beach side of the boardwalk. It also includes street end treatments and at the street end of the boardwalk, including sidewalk improvements, plantings, bike racks, and some aesthetic theming, go along with the designs in Wildwood's boardwalk master plan. Wildwood is currently replacing their entire boardwalk in phases. So these street end projects fit in with that work being done. This project is almost identical, fundamentally the same as a previous project this board approved a couple months ago for Spicer Avenue in the boardwalk. And it is Wildwood's intention, once they do the 5-year plan, these are the kinds of projects that they will include in the 5-year plan for most of the street ends that tie in with the boardwalk in Wildwood. The entire project is actually close to $1 million. It's $959,100 project. These zone assistance funds will only cover the improvements that are in the UEZ zone, nothing past there, so nothing on the beach side, not the handicap ramp, but the street and access up to the boardwalk and to the businesses on Maple Avenue. If anybody has any questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Wildwood in a second?
Motion, Julie Diaz.
Thank you, Julie. May I have a second?
Aaron
Second.
Binder, second.
Go ahead, Aaron. It's fine. You can take this one. It's fine.
Thank you, Aaron. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for questions or comments. Do we have any? Hearing none, James, please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Darrell Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Snyder,
Yes.
and William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, board members.
This concludes the action items. So moving forward with old business, are there any items to discuss? We look forward to receiving public comments at this time. Do we have any public comments?
I do. Are you?
Please state your name. Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Please state your
Hi.
name.
Yes, thank you. My name is Noelia. I'm actually the coordinator for the city of Perth Amboy. How are you?
I'm good. State your last name, please.
Yes, Noelia Colon.
Okay, Ms. Cologne.
Yes, I actually have a question to pose to the entire board. I actually started as a coordinator about 3 years ago, and I took more of a full-time position as UEZ coordinator. I previously served both BID and UEZ, so I split my roles then. And in having served full-time now with UEZ, I was able to submit a number of projects in for review and hopefully for approval. I actually submitted a PD project back on February 15th to admin, and I have some questions with regards to what UEZ defines public safety use for the 25%. I had submitted the project that basically was utilizing funds to fund officers in our UEZ area and also to purchase 2 police vehicles. And so I had been given, for the past couple of weeks, maybe even months, just some feedback from admin stating that it doesn't fall within the parameters of what the funding is used for. However, I haven't been given what those parameters are. As far as I know, the legislature reads that the 25% for public safety is for public safety, and there's no other parameters that state what that use is for. I have been told that there are, procedures that they're following, but I haven't been given what those procedures state. They are stating that the police, program has to be augmented, and also that you can't supplement the budget, obviously with these funds, but there's nothing that I can count on when it comes to a written documentation or bylaws or procedures or something that supplements the legislature to say, hey, this is what the funding is used for. And so I'm just curious to know what public safety use is for, if not to support the let's say Perth Amboy Police Department or that of any of the 32 zones, and then also to purchase police vehicles that are outfitted as police vehicles. I was informed that I couldn't purchase the police vehicles unless a UEZ staff member was driving them, but a UEZ staff member is not a PD person. And I also was told that the vehicle couldn't be outfitted as a police vehicle because UEZ does not go for the safety, but the appearance of safety. And so that kind of baffles me, but I'm just trying to kind of get an understanding by anybody on the board who can give me an understanding as to what the parameters are for public safety use for the 25% of our funding.
Okay, so I got, you kind of went long on it, but from what I gathered from what you were saying, you want to know specifically what is public safety funds, what are they used for? Because you're trying to purchase a vehicle, a police vehicle, and you were told that the UEZ coordinator or someone in UEZ had to drive that vehicle. So if you would allow me to research that question with UEZ and then provide an answer to you in writing. And you submitted your question to Mr. Slaughter in writing too?
We have, I have submitted that in writing. We did have a meeting. I'm waiting for financial and legal review on the application as well. And the reason why I'm posing it publicly for the board is so that everybody can have an understanding of what these parameters are. Because I'm sure that there are people who are also coordinators who are interested in submitting applications to support their departments, and they have either been told, no, that's not what the program supports, but there's nothing in the legislature that states that. And as mentioned, been here, yes, and as mentioned, having been here for the time that I've been here, I haven't received any supporting information. And just one thing that I lastly want to mention, because I understand that I did go a little long, is that I know that the Urban Enterprise Zone program was created to support urban entities, right? So we're an urban setting, which we are considered distressed communities. We are considered communities that unfortunately experience probably more crime than other areas, suburban or rural. And so that's the understanding that I have based on the legislative program itself that it's support. And I'm finding that I'm hitting roadblocks when it comes to attaining that support with the funding that's given to us.
Okay, so I got all of your concerns. I don't know if you can speak for the other coordinators. However, when the response is made, we will make sure that the other coordinators receive response as well, just in case they have some concerns, because each coordinator would speak for their own particular UEZ zone. So let me meet with Mr. Slaughter and the rest of the team to see more specifically what you have submitted in writing and submit a response back to you in writing, and make sure that the other coordinators have it, just in case they may have some concerns, because we don't know that for sure. So
I know that only. Thank you so much. I know that only because I've had conversations with a few of them, and that's why I brought it up collectively. But I appreciate that.
Right, and we haven't received anything from others, but thank you so much. Do we have any more public comments? Okay, hearing none, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion, Julie Diaz.
Second,
Thank you,
Carmen
Julie.
Mendiola.
Thank you. It's been properly moved in second. James, could you please conduct a roll call vote? James, could you
Tim
come off
Holmes?
mute? Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper, Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much. I want to thank all the coordinators and the board and the public for participating in this meeting on today. It is now 2:36, and that concludes our meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, everyone.